Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie. I am a 32-year-old zero-based cashless budgeter and stuffer, and today we're going to be stuffing my first DoorDash paycheck for August. So we have $374 in the tray already counted out. So let's just go ahead, dive on in to my variable expenses. So we're gonna skip buffer. We always skip buffer. It just sits there, covers my transactions until I move the money, and then it covers any overages that I have whenever I'm spending. Crochet by Jamie, we're going to give $6. So we now have 5, 10, 15, 20, 2, 4, 5, $25. Which as of now is more than enough to cover my Etsy fees. I did make a sale, so that helps cover my Etsy fees. I am still operating at a loss, which I don't love, but if I'll get there eventually if I believe in myself and I keep working hard and I keep putting out good product. So just gonna keep working at it. I will always have my Etsy link in the description. Sometimes I don't remember to put it in right away, but if you leave a comment, let me know. I will put that in there. You can check out what I make. I make mostly clothing. I also make like bandanas. I make Labubu hats, which have been very popular, and like bags and wallets and stuff like that. So you can always check out that link if you are interested. Gas, we're going to add $75 to and we currently have 51, 20, 45, 55, 57, 59, 160, 161, which is enough for like 5 tanks of gas. I've filled up twice this past week. Obviously haven't unstuffed yet, but I filled up twice so far. I shouldn't need to fill up my tank again before I do my unstuffing, so I should have enough for like 3 tanks of gas going into next week, which is excellent. All right, groceries, we are adding $40. We're gonna see if $40 covers my groceries a little bit better. Everything, you know, so expensive, and with tariffs and just inflation in general. I mean, inflation's not bad, but tariffs, prices have gone up quite a bit. So we're hoping that $40 is going to do it, because $30 has not been. So we have $20, $45, $7, $48 in groceries. I do need to meal prep. Last week I made pasta. I left work early on Friday. I went home sick, so I didn't eat my lunch. So I have that lunch in the fridge at work, and then I have four lunches left, which is enough to get me through the week. So we'll probably do meal prep just so I don't have to eat the same thing every single day. I can alternate between the 2 meal preps, but we'll see what happens. Prescriptions, we're not stuffing this week. Spending, we are going to add $5, and that is going to be all that it has. And sweet treats, I did not spend any money while door dashing, so don't need to pull anything up, or don't need to stuff anything, because I'm not going to pull anything from there. Guys, I don't know how I used to DoorDash for like 10, 12 hours a day. I DoorDashed every day this week for like 2 hours, and that was like brutal enough. I don't know how I used to do that in like the course of one day. I was looking back at my earnings, and there were days in or weeks in like December and January where I made as much as I made for the entire month of May and June, which is insane. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I've kind of lost my motivation to DoorDash, but not my need to DoorDash, which is unfortunate. But I'm gonna just keep doing what I can. Hopefully that motivation comes back. Hopefully with like festival season coming, I get more motivated, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna be moving into my high priority binder, starting off with car costs. We are adding $15, so we should have $3.50 in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 20, 30, 45, 47, 49, $3.50. I have not checked my oil level recently, but I got an oil change not terribly long ago, so I should be okay for a bit with that. Debt payoff, we're adding $30 this week. which is the most that I've added since I started this tracker. Crazy. So we should have, I guess I should have the money. But we should have 180 in here. We have 100, 20, 40, 30, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 180. My credit card payment is due this week, and I believe it's 112. It's on auto pay, so it'll just automatically draw. But I have more than enough money to cover that and to start saving up for my payment next month. All right, festivals, we are adding a chunky 55 to it, which is the most that I have added in a hot minute, like before I went to EDC. So we should have 105 in here. Guys, remember when I would add like $100 to this envelope? That was crazy. Well, we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105. I hope I can get back to being able to add $100 to festivals a week. That would be really nice to have everything like covered for EDC much sooner than this past year, especially with everything that went on with my roof, is still going on with my roof. I'll talk about that a little bit whenever we get to my home envelope, but it would be nice to have had extra money. It would be nice to have extra money for next year. So we're adding $8 to gifts. And we should have $100 even in here now. So we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 97, 98, 99, 100. We have 5 months left to save like $500 more. So that's a scary thought. Need to step that up quite a bit. Hair and lashes, we're adding, where is it, $20. So we should have $250 in here, which ought to be more than enough to get my hair done on Tuesday. So we have 150, 70, 90, 200, 210, 220, 230, 35, 40, 45, 47, 49, 250. I think last time I went, I think it was like 213, 215 to get my hair done. Prices have obviously most likely gone up since then. With just how crazy everything's been in the past 8 months, but we'll see. We'll see how much it costs. All right, taxes, we are adding $25 to so we should have $390. We have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 390. All right. This binder is getting thick again, which I love. Love seeing that binder get plump. All right, moving into my low priority binder. All right, Body Mods is gonna get $1. We're not gonna count these until I do my next condensing. I did one in June, so we'll probably do one end of July, early August, mid-August, end of August. We'll see. See when I need one. Electronics is gonna get $1. Fitness is gonna get $5. And I need to work out more. I didn't work out at all this week because I was door dashing to try to get that extra $100 bonus. But festival season is coming and I need to be able to be on my feet dancing for 12 hours straight. So gotta get back on the Stairmaster. I don't know why I've chosen the Stairmaster as my form of exercise, but that's what I've done. All right, we're adding $18 to Shindigs and Shenanigans. Yes, 18. And I'm planning on going to see Superman with my friend on Saturday, so I just want to make sure that I have enough money, which is why we're stuffing a little bit extra in here. Shopping, we are skipping for the week. I did not lose any weight. I think something was up with my scale, honestly, this week, because I was weighing like 5 pounds lower for most of the week, and then whenever I weighed in yesterday and today, I was 5 pounds heavier. So I don't know if something was just up with my scale for like the middle of the week where it was reading 5 pounds lighter for some reason, but didn't lose any weight this week. And travel, we are adding $5. Slowly building this up for my trip to Hawaii in 2027. Okay. Final binder, long-term savings, starting off with 52 cats, which is my version of the 52-week challenge. So we're doing the $40 cat, which is the highest cat that we have, and we have a quarter of these cats. I mean, we have over a quarter of the cats done, but we have the 12 highest cats all done at this point, or 13 highest cats all done at this point, which is very exciting. The lower cats are obviously easier, but I need to get the high cats done too. So $40. And we are not going to count this until my next condensing. Cats, my children, my baby, my loves, my little demon spawns. They're getting $5 in their emergency fund this week. My one cat, one of her nipples is like pinker than the rest of them and pinker than I've ever seen. So I'm keeping an eye on that. And if it doesn't resolve itself in the next couple of days, I'm going to make an appointment to take her to the vet. I do have pet insurance. I don't know how that works. I only recently got it. But if I need to spend this money, I have at least $100 in here. I have one cat colored in. I have a $100 bill. It probably won't be enough, but we'll see what happens. Home improvement, we are adding $5. And I don't know if this happened. I think I called my insurance adjuster on Monday, this past Monday, so I don't think that I have updated you guys since then, but I did get my quote. I think I told you that. I did get my quote for my extra roof repair, and it was $2,200-ish. I did call my insurance agent, and they said that they will cover that charge. Originally they were saying that I should just pay out of pocket so that I didn't have to pay the $1,000 deductible. They didn't think the damage was extensive enough to make me pay that deductible worth it. And then my insurance price obviously going up, because if you use insurance, your cost goes up. But if you don't use insurance, your cost doesn't go down. Make it make sense. They get all the money from you and then they expect you to never use it. But they did say that they would pay that out, so I should be getting that check in the next couple of days. So, I didn't put this back. So we'll have to add that money into here, and then I need to start like harassing the roofers to actually get me scheduled to get my roof fixed, because it's been since March that my roof has been damaged. It's been over 4 months that my roof has had holes in it. They are tarped, but that's insane. That's like, I need my roof fixed. I don't know what else to say. Medical, we're adding $5 too. Oops, we're getting stuck. Month ahead, we are adding $9. A nice strange amount, but I do have a tracker where I keep track of how much money is actually in my envelopes, and this will round it out to a multiple of 5. My roundup challenge, which we will be finishing this week, is getting, I have been letting my marker sit here with the cap off, and now it is drying out. Perfect. We're adding 23 cents. We have 478.85. And let me actually cap this marker. We didn't round up to the next dollar, so we're not going to add any bills, and I counted it last week. It was 478, so I'm not going to count it again because it's still 478. Unless somebody has broken into my house and stolen prop money, which is very disappointing for them. And then final envelope is wedding. Gets $1 because I am single, and not mad about it, because I watched my neighbor get arrested for domestic abuse or domestic charges, alleged domestic charges against his wife a couple weeks ago. So glad I don't have to deal with that. But that is it. We're all out of money. We're all out of envelopes. So we're going to be all out of video. So if you have made it this far, I was a little chattier than normal. I like chatty videos, but I don't always have much to say because I don't do much with my life. I DoorDash, crochet, go to the gym, and work. So not a lot of super exciting stuff going on, but I'll try to do more chatty videos if you are interested in them. But if you have liked the video thus far, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like chattier videos. And I will see you in my next video.